Hey everybody, and welcome back to the vlog. Well, today I'm going to tell a story that has nothing to do with arresting anybody, but has to do with a drug dealer, Medellin drug dealer. Now, it didn't take me too long before I began to hate drug dealers. We used to call them DDs. I would hate them. Most of them were obnoxious. They were all about showing off their wealth. They were all about their Rolexes, their Porsches, their fancy apartments, and their oodles and oodles. I come up with that one. Their wads of $100 bills when we would go out on a Friday night to a club. And I really hated that, the way they were. I hated it. All except for this one guy. He drove a 1969 four-door Chevy Nova. Piece of shit. He lived on 30th Avenue and 30th Street, right where the L is, the RR train, in Astoria, Queens. He lived above a delicatessen. And he didn't dress like nothing. And I would say, what's up with this guy? And they used to say, well, he's the 1 kilo man. I said, what do you mean by 1 kilo man? He does 1 kilo a month. That's all he does. He's got a real job. He worked in an apartment building as a janitor or something in the city. And he was just a nice guy. He did not look like a drug dealer. But nonetheless, that's not going to stop me from locking him up. It wouldn't. That in itself, I just wanted to lock them. I just wanted to seize their stuff. I just hated those drug dealers until I met this guy. So this guy too had a safe in his apartment where John stored cocaine and kept some money there. And like I said, he was the 1 kilo man. He sold a kilo of cocaine I don't know if it was every week or every month, I forget now, but he made about $12,000 a month. Plus he had his job, he had his real job. And I went, wow, this guy is different. What's up with this guy? And I found out within a minute after going to his house. So the safe was up there. So now I'm going to make an observation. I'm going to see the cocaine in the safe. I'm going to see the money. And I'm going to get to know the layout of the apartment, which was mandatory for the search warrant. Because once I go in and make the observation, I got to have details like, did the door open into the left? Did it open out to the right? What color was what kind of furniture? What kind of room? I have to describe it and go into great detail. So we go up into the room, and it was kind of dark. And this was a nice kid. He was like maybe 21 years old. And he was always very religious. I noticed he always had, in his car, he had St. Christopher's on his dashboard of his old rusted out Nova. And I just couldn't figure out this guy. He just didn't fit the norm. In fact, he was just the opposite of every single drug dealer I ever met. This guy, the opposite. So I go up to his house, and John gets up. He wants a kilo of cocaine. So John had 3 of them in the safe. So I'm sitting on the couch. They were talking in Spanish. And then he opens up this room. He opens up this bedroom door. And when he opened it up, I jumped up. I thought the place was on fire. I saw flickering flames. Flickering flames. So flickering flames. So flickering flames. And I get up and go, what's going on? And I open the door. There's the safe. And on 3 walls, from just about floor to ceiling, he had religious candles going with a picture of a little child. And I walked in and I looked around and I went, what the hell is, first I thought it was like voodoo shit or who knew? And then I'm looking and I can see that there's a picture of a child in front of every candle. And this was the stand that held the candles and the pictures were wrought iron. They were wrought iron. And it was all over the place. And I looked a little closer. And back in the 80s, they had a charity called Save the Children. And this one was a little different than anyone else. For $30 a month, you could save one child. And they would give you the child's name, photographed, and every month, each child would be able to correspond with you. And so when I said, what is this? And he told me, these are all my children, in a real thick Colombian accent. These are all my children, and today they will not go without food, shelter, and books. I think he paid for books. And I looked at the guy, and I looked at the St. Christopher medal that he had on his neck. And the place with the, I don't know, well, in the Catholic religion way back, we had candles like that, where if you were going to pray for somebody, if somebody was sick, you put a donation in the box, you light the candle, and you could kneel down in front of the Blessed Virgin or Jesus. And so I was so taken aback by this, that guy got a pass. And not only did I give him a pass, when I went back, because the DEA knew I was going in there, they knew I was going to come out with information. And so I told my handler, I said, I'm not going to have no part of locking this guy up. This guy, you know, and then I started thinking about why is cocaine so popular? It was only because of the demand. If there was no demand, there would be no supply. So most of it is people, dumbasses, like all the people at the time that was partying with cocaine. But anyway, so I was just like, this guy, when I looked at his face in the room that was only lit by the candles, it was flickering, and he almost looked like saintly. Saintly, the guy looked like. And he was just I don't want to use the word sweet guy. I don't want to, he wasn't gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but he was just a great human being. And I told Tom, I said, listen, I don't want you to pop this guy. Leave him alone. I don't know what, he goes, but we already got everything all set up. I says, I don't care, please find an excuse. I am not popping this guy. I'm not gonna, and I'm gonna guess there must have been 150 of those children. This guy only sold 1 kilo a month, so a week, but it was a very low amount. And he just did enough to get by and send money to his family. He was the only one that I ever gave a pass to. And I'm not sure if I didn't, I mean, nothing good was going to come, no good karma was going to be for me for locking him up and see all those children go hungry, not have school books or clean water. I thought that was an interesting story, and you know, and from this point on, I'm not a nice guy. When I did my job, I was very thorough, and I took no prisoners except this guy. And if he's around, if he ever sees this video, that's why you didn't get popped, guy. God bless you, whoever you are. I forgot your name, but God bless you and all the children that you did save. Let's see, they would be in their 40s now. So I'm going to end it like that. Please like and subscribe, and I'm going to bring you some great content that's going to blow your mind. Thank you, and God bless.